Hello everyone, today we'll be reviewing The Bank, a Hitman 2 original DLC map that is inside of Hitman 3. I've been able to get 100% competition on it, and that's why I'm making this review. Again, I'm not doing this review based on lighting, I'm not doing this review based on the way it looks, I'm doing it based on the gameplay of the actual map. It's not a very big map, it's a smaller map to the other ones in comparison. However, as every guy knows, it's not the size, it's what you do with it. That's what matters. And IO does great things with this one. For a small map, it really does give you a lot of capabilities. It gives you a lot of ways to get from point A to point B. If you have gadgets, if you have a lockpick, if you have an electrical key hacker, head to the left and you'll be able to get your way into the vault a lot quicker. However, if you don't have any gadgets, head to the right and you're going to be able to get to the vault and also make your way there a little bit slower, but you're still going to get where you need to get. If you don't bring a pistol, you can just head forward, you can just head straight in there, they're gonna search you, and then boom, you're in the vault. So there's three different alternatives depending on, the gadgets you have, to how fast and how quick you can get from point A to point B. It's impeccable. And when it comes to the main target herself, well, you can do the same thing. You can go from the left, or you can go from the right. It's two different alternatives that you can take to make your way to her. But on top of that, if you do the secondary objective first and you give the evidence to the reporter, when the stock crashes, she is going to make, the target is going to make her way to you. She's going to make her way to an isolated room where you can take her out pretty much any way you want to. So that's another great thing. So you have overall three possibilities for Silent Assassin Shoot Only. Give three completely different routes that you can take for both of your targets. For both of your targets, three different routes. For such a small map, I would say that's pretty damn good because there's only so many routes you can take in disguise in anything. The fact of the matter is they've allowed you complete freedom of approach on this map, and that has to be appreciated. A smaller map, but the way the NPCs are programmed, the way it is done, it allows for you to be able to move around it. It allows for you to have the freedom of approach no matter where you go. As long as you're patient, as long as you take your time, sometimes and you just wait for the NPC to get in the right position, you can make your way past everybody and you can get where you need to go. It's an exceptional map in my opinion. I have to rate it. I can't find any weaknesses in the map personally myself as far as gameplay is concerned. I have to give it a 10 out of 10. It is perfect. Now, talking about the targets next, there's two different ways to get that secondary target. You can head into the vault, like I said, but also there's an electronic key that is carried by three people. Athena Savalas, your main target, Fabian Mann, who is basically some curtain jerker who just walks around a lot, and then there's the head of security. If you're able to take those three people down, well, kill Athena Savalas, but the other guys just take them out, choke them out, whatever. You're gonna be able to pick those things off of them, and that's enough. You don't have to head into the vault. Now, if you're doing Silent Assassin Shoot Only, that is very difficult to achieve. Much like I said in Ambrose Island, that secondary objective is not very worth it because it's difficult to catch them in the right space, to be able to take them out silently without anybody catching you, and also hiding the bodies, that's another problem. So overall, even though you're given the opportunity to take those all three people down and basically take their electronic key to complete your secondary objective, it's not very doable. It's not a consistent method. I've never seen anybody who plays this map, Silent Assassin Shoot Only, go for them instead of the vault because it's just, it's unreliable. It's not worth it. Because of that, I can't help but say that even though you're given that opportunity, it doesn't really lead to much. It's not exactly well executed. I would have much rather had only Athena Savalas and Fabian Mann, just like have two people with the electronic key instead of three, because it really screws everything up. When it comes to Athena Savalas, again, just like I said earlier, you can move her, you can get her where she needs to be, so you can eliminate her easier. Getting to her is not difficult. Her loop is not difficult. She has a very simple loop. She has a very easy loop to deal with. Overall, having to judge all the targets together, the best I can give it, honestly, just because of that problem with the three guys and very inaccessible key cards, I would have to give it an 8 out of 10. I think that's a very fair assessment of the overall targets. From there, we're off to the challenges. And I have to say, when it comes to the challenges, they were a breeze. Like this challenge right here, all you need is a screwdriver. You just get in there, use your screwdriver, challenge done, easy. Here, all you have to do is shoot her through the glass. Very simple, very easy. This could be a little bit more difficult to do, a drink to die for. This can be a little bit more difficult to do because you have to sort of coin distract her into it. But overall, nothing to lose your mind over, no extreme difficulties. This is simple stuff. Discovery is always usually the most fun part of a certain map. And in the bank, that's no exception. The discovery for this map is very enjoyable. It doesn't take that much time, but it's very fun to do, genuinely. And you're gonna find some very interesting things. There's a lot of new dialogue for Agent 47, especially in some of the missions that you're going to be doing. And it's really well written, it's really well done. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. When we go to the feats in particular, this is more so mission stories. They're very easy to follow, simple to do. The whistleblowers are coming up, you've been served. As you can tell from the challenges and from the pictures, like you know what you're supposed to do and you kind of know how to do it. It's not trying to mess with you, where it's giving you like a wrong picture or the wrong title and you're like, wait, what is that? It's not doing what Haven Island does. It's very clear with you of what it requires. It's very simple for the most part. Now, Frank is a little bit more difficult. I'm getting too old for this, as well as do you even care? You're gonna need a sniper rifle to take the pigeons out. And for Frank, you're gonna have to remove a sign for wet floor. So he needs to slip and fall. So they can be a little bit more difficult to do. But overall, the challenges were a breeze. They were fun, they were enjoyable. I had a blast going through them. I have to give them nothing less than a 9 out of 10. Genuinely very well made. Next, we're off to the Unlockables, and we're starting off with a small gold bar. Basically, the way this item works, it's like a coin that you can also use to throw at people's heads, and you can also use it to hit people with. So, but it's only one, and the coins are 3. But basically, that's the whole purpose of it. It's not bad for what it is. It can be useful in some situations. Overall, not a bad unlock by any stretch of the imagination. It's not bad, but you know, maybe it's not entirely optimal. Then we get to the remote flash device. This unlock in particular, never used it, probably never will use it. I can't imagine anybody who has used it. Not the most useful of unlocks, if I have to be completely honest. From there, we're gonna get to this sawed-off shotgun. Unsilenced, as you can imagine, not the most stealthy of weapons to use. Only useful in some contracts, featured contracts, or in some escalations, but not necessarily useful overall. Not a very good unlock. Then we get to the final unlock, which is the New Yorker with gloves. Phenomenal suit. I think we can all agree that this suit looks phenomenal. It's a great unlock as far as the suit goes, but when you look at it all together, without the electrocution phone from Hitman 2, which the electrocution phone was such a cool gadget, and they removed it supposedly because it was too strong. Because right now the Molotov cocktail is not, supposedly, I guess. But basically, they removed that for being too broken, and then they added the Molotov cocktail, which is like 10 times more broken. But without it, I can't help but give these mastery unlocks a 4 out of 10. They are less than average, they're below average. Other than the suit and maybe the small gold bar, you're not gonna find much need or much use for any of these unlocks. Not that there's a lot of them to begin with. So yeah, 4 out of 10, that's the best I can give it. Finishing things off with stability, I have to say, throughout my playthrough of this map in particular, I did not find that many problems when it came to the stability. For the most part, this map functions as it should. No real issues, no real problems for me personally that I have found. That being said, there is a small bug when you go downstairs to the vault. When you make your way past the security room, if you are too close to the wall, you can actually get stuck into the wall. And this is true. Anybody can test it out. You can go right now into the bank and test it out. But basically, as you're making your way towards the camera, so you're not in the vault yet, the vault door is closed, but you are sort of making your way around the security room. And there's a camera in front of you. If you stick by the wall, you're gonna get stuck. So if you've seen my playthrough earlier that I've showed you, I don't stick to the wall because I go sort of to the side of it. You know, I make sure I'm not too close to it because you do get stuck. So that is a problem, but it's not, you know, it's nothing critical. Other than that, I haven't found, to be honest, that many problems with this particular map. I think the map functions as it should. It's a map that actually, unlike Haven Island, had some decent testing. So overall, again, in my personal opinion, 9 out of 10. It's exceptional. It's pretty damn good. Very small problems here and there. Nothing huge. Also, you can run by a guard who is supposed to frisk you. When you start the mission, he's on the left. Basically, when you have to go up the stairs, he's supposed to frisk you, but you can literally just run right through him. And I did, actually, in this playthrough. You saw me do that. As long as you stick to the right of him, to the sort of where the rope is, you can just run right through. But that's more of a positive than a negative. So yeah, 9 out of 10, pretty damn decent. Now it's time for the final score. And that final score, when we combine all of the numbers together, goes up to a 4 out of 5. Exceptional map, shitty unlocks. That being said, gameplay-wise, this map definitely one of the absolute best. I had a blast reviewing it, really had a lot of fun. So if you enjoyed the content, please drop a like, it helps a lot. Subscribe for more, and thank you very much for watching.